For over 241 years, Marines have thrived on competition and challenge. The Corps is comprised of men and women who are competitive, motivated team players. On the battlefield, a competitive spirit is essential for success. Off the battlefield, Marines hone their competitive edge through participation in the Marine Corps' comprehensive athletic programs. Across the Marine Corps, Marines compete in intramural, varsity, and all-Marine competitions. The Marine Corps sports program promotes a healthy lifestyle and has a direct impact on unit readiness. It also provides an opportunity for Marines to advance from the local athletic field to the international arena and Olympics. In 2001, the Marine Corps Sports Hall of Fame was established to honor Marine athletes, past and present, and to recognize the contributions these athletes have made to our Corps and country. Throughout the last 16 years, 44 Marines have been inducted into the Marine Corps Sports Hall of Fame. Current members include Ted Williams, Billy Mills, Patty Berg, Greg Gibson, Roberto Clemente, Lee Trevino, and Ralph Haywood. This year, the Marine Corps has selected Captain Cliff Battles, Staff Sergeant Tommy Loughran, Corporal John Vanizek, and Lance Corporal Johnny Dusty Baker as the 2017 Marine Corps Sports Hall of Fame inductees. Clifford Battles was born on 1 May 1910 in Akron, Ohio. Upon graduation of high school, Battles attended West Virginia Wesleyan College. During college, he played football, baseball, basketball, tennis, and ran track. While at West Virginia Wesleyan College, he received 15 letters in 5 different sports, but oddly enough was never named to an All-American team in any of them. Battles, however, excelled at football. The 6'1", 200-pound running back was a versatile runner who could plunge between tackles like a fullback or turn the ends and run in the open field like a halfback. As one opposing coach put it, Battles simply could run over or around all opponents. In 1931, with the Bobcats struggling against their arch-rival Salem 12-6, Battles led a second-half charge that left the crowd, opposing coaches, and players speechless. Battles ended up with 354 yards rushing and a combined total offensive output of 469 yards in a 51-6 triumph over Salem. Battles' football skills did not go unnoticed, and he continued to play following graduation. In the fall of 1931, Battles joined the National Football League. He signed on to play for the Boston Braves, which became known as the Redskins in the following season. In 1932, he led the NFL in rushing yards as a rookie. In 1933, he was the first running back ever to gain more than 200 yards in a game. He accomplished this with 215 yards on only 16 attempts against the New York Giants. He was named as both a United Press International (UPI) and NFL First Team All-Pro in 1936, when the Redskins won the East Division Championship. When the Redskins moved to Washington, D.C. in 1937, this was Battles' best and ironically final season. He led the league again in rushing and was named a NFL First Team All-Pro for the 3rd time. In the last game of the season, with the Eastern Division title on the line, Battles scored 3 touchdowns in a 49-14 victory over the New York Giants. A week later, in the NFL championship game, Battles scored the first touchdown in helping the Redskins to 28-21 victory over the Chicago Bears. This was the Redskins' first NFL championship. The 1937 NFL championship game was Battles' final game because owner George Marshall refused to give him a raise. Battles retired and accepted a job as an assistant coach at Columbia University from 1938 to 1943. Battles joined the United States Marine Corps in June of 1943, where he was an athletic and recreation officer stationed at Camp Lejeune, Camp Pendleton, Marine Corps Base Quantico, and Marine Corps Air Station Miramar while he served in the Corps. During his time as a Marine, Battles served in World War II. This combat experience earned him the World War II Victory Medal, American Campaign Ribbon, Presidential Unit Citation, and Asiatic Pacific Area Ribbon. He continued to serve his country as a Marine reservist in 1952. At this point, he was honorably discharged and worked in the civilian realm for General Electric until his 1979 retirement. Cliff Battles was selected into 3 different Hall of Fames, including his 1968 National Football League induction with fellow Marines Art Donovan, and Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch. Mr. Battles passed away on 28 April 1981 at the age of 70 of a heart condition. Tommy Loughran was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on 29 November 1902. Known throughout his boxing career as the Phantom of Philly, he was the 12th light heavyweight champion in boxing history and deemed the most skilled boxer in the sport at the time. During his career, Loughran fought 12 world champions, ranging from welterweight to the heavyweight division. Loughran's effective use of coordinating footwork, sound defense, and swift and accurate counter-punching techniques served as a precursor to the skills practiced in modern-day boxing. In 1922, Loughran fought no-decision bouts against light heavyweight champion Mike McTeague, middleweight champion Harry Greb, and future heavyweight champion and Marine Gene Tooney. Loughran also battled such legends as Young Stribling, Jack Delaney, and Georges Carpentier. A non-decision bout is also known as a tie. More recently, in today's score system, a draw. Previously, there was no official scoring mechanism to determine a winner, as the referee or newspaper reporters declared the outcome. At the conclusion of the rounds, if both fighters were still standing and there was no knockout, the referee confirmed a no-decision bout. Due to no-decision bouts, history assumes the Phantom of Philly fought in about 45 more bouts than documented. In 1927, an official and documented scoring system was established. At this point, fights were accounted for more accurately. Loughran finally earned a light heavyweight title shot in 1927 against champion Mike McTeague. Loughran, who was fighting McTeague in their fourth and final meeting, outboxed the champion and won by decision. From 1927 to 1929, Loughran made successful title defenses against Jimmy Slattery, Leo Lomsky, Pete Latzo, twice reigning middleweight champion, Mickey Walker, and future heavyweight champion James Cinderella Man Braddock. Based on his performance, Ring Magazine named Loughran Fighter of the Year in 1929 and 1931. Eager for bigger challenges, Loughran moved up to the heavyweight category and eventually beat heavyweights like Jack Sharkey, Max Baer, and Paulino Zudun. In 1933, he earned a title fight against heavyweight champion Primo Carnera. The 6'5", 270-pound Carnera outboxed Loughran, who stood at 5'11" and weighed in at 184 pounds. Carnera retained his championship with a unanimous decision. Loughran finished his career in 1937 with 94 wins, 23 losses, 9 draws, and 17 knockouts. After hanging up his gloves, the Phantom of Philly joined the business world until his country called upon him. At the outbreak of World War II, Loughran enlisted in the Marine Corps in 1942, serving as a physical fitness instructor. Loughran served at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune before transferring to Philadelphia Navy Yard in 1943. Loughran achieved the rank of Staff Sergeant before his honorable discharge in 1944. After the war, Loughran settled back into civilian life. He was successful in business and was a sought-after speaker. Tommy Loughran passed away at his home in Altoona, Pennsylvania on 7 July 1982. The International Boxing Hall of Fame inducted Loughran as a charter member in 1991. John Arthur Banaszak was born in Cleveland, Ohio on August 24, 1950. He developed a passion for sports at an early age that led him to participate in multiple sports during his high school career. A 1968 graduate of Holy Name High School, John lettered in the sports of track and field, baseball, and football. After graduation, he enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. On 15 January 1969, Banaszak reported for boot camp at MCRD Parris Island. Banaszak was stationed at MCB Camp Lejeune for 3 months before being stationed at MCAS Cherry Point for his remaining time on active duty. Banaszak separated from the Marine Corps as a corporal, completing the training and duties of a supply clerk. While enlisted, Mr. Banaszak received the National Defense Service Medal and Rifle Expert Badge. Banaszak served in the Marine Corps as a reservist from 15 January 1971 to 14 January 1975. In January of 1971, Banaszak enrolled in Eastern Michigan University, EMU. Since recently separating from the Marine Corps, he did not attend school originally on a scholarship. Due to his love for the sport of football, he attempted to walk on to the Eagle football team. He made the team and received a full football scholarship starting in the fall. Banaszak went on to be a 3-year starter at defensive end for the Eagles. In 1974, he received the E.J. Rynearson Scholarship Athlete Award, and during his senior year, Banaszak was the football team captain. Upon graduating from EMU in 1975 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Health, Physical Education, and Recreation, Banaszak went undrafted by the National Football League and signed as an undrafted free agent with the Pittsburgh Steelers, thus allowing him to become one of 3 rookies to make the team for the 1975 season. Serving primarily as a special teams player, Banaszak was a contributing member of the team, which defeated the Dallas Cowboys to win Super Bowl X. After his knee injury in 1977, he started 45 consecutive games at defensive end for the famed Steel Curtain defense, along the way collecting back-to-back Super Bowl titles. In Super Bowl XIII, Banaszak was named Defensive Player of the Game as he recorded 6 tackles, 2 sacks, and a fumble recovery to help defeat the Dallas Cowboys again. Following the conclusion of his career with the Steelers, Banaszak signed with the Michigan Panthers of the United States Football League for the 1983 and 1984 seasons, winning a USFL championship in 1983. He went on to finish his playing career as a player/coach with the Memphis Showboats in 1985. In 1993, Washington and Jefferson College football program offered him a position on the coaching staff. He served 6 years as an assistant football coach and later became the head football coach in 1999. His president's team amassed a 38-9 record from the 1999 to 2002 seasons. Along the way, Banaszak won the President's Athletic Conference Football Coach of the Year award 4 years in a row. In 2003, John joined the staff of the Robert Morris University Colonials. During his 14 seasons, the Colonials have led the Northeast Conference in total defense 3 times and finished in the top 4 in the league 6 times. Banaszak was inducted in the Eastern Michigan University Athletic Hall of Fame in 1985. In 2009, more honors followed, with his induction into the Washington Greene County Chapter, Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Johnny B. Dusty Baker was born in Riverside, California, on 15 June 1949. Baker attended the Del Campo High School in Carmichael, California, where he competed in baseball, basketball, football, and track. In 1967, the Atlanta Braves drafted Baker, where he began his baseball career as an outfielder. In 1968, Baker enlisted in the United States Marine Corps Reserve and served as an auto mechanic until his honorable discharge as Lance Corporal in 1974. Lance Corporal Baker was awarded the Organized Marine Corps Reserve Medal and the Outstanding Man in the Platoon Award. In 19 Major League seasons, Baker played for the Atlanta Braves, Los Angeles Dodgers, San Francisco Giants, and Oakland Athletics. Baker earned Most Valuable Player of the 1977 National League Championship Series versus the Philadelphia Phillies, posting a .357 batting average and hitting 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in, and a grand slam. Baker's player accomplishments include his selection as an All-Star in 1981 and 1982, winning a pair of Silver Slugger Awards in 1980 and 1981, and earning the Rawlings Gold Glove Award in 1981. Baker also played in 3 World Series with the Dodgers and was a key player in the 1981 World Series win over the New York Yankees. At the completion of 1986 season, Mr. Baker retired as a player, finishing his career with a .278 batting average, 242 home runs, 1,013 RBIs, and 1,091 hits. Baker began his coaching career as a first base coach for the San Francisco Giants in 1988. Then spent the following 4 years, 1989 through 1992, as the hitting coach, and finally became the manager in 1993, replacing the departing Roger Craig. In his very first year as the Giants manager, Baker won the National League Manager of the Year award. He led the team to a 103-59 record, which was 31 games better than the Giants' 72-90 finish in the previous year. His Giants went on to win the division titles in 1997 and 2000, earning Baker the Manager of the Year honors in both years. In 2002, Baker's Giants received the wild card berth and advanced to the World Series, where they lost in 7 games to the Anaheim Angels. It was during his San Francisco tenure that the late former Giants pitcher Rod Beck coined the term "Destiny." This term was used to illustrate the drastic change in luck the Giants had under Baker's managerial reign. Despite Baker's success in San Francisco, the Giants decided to revamp the management staff, allowing him to begin a career as the manager for the Chicago Cubs in 2003. With the help of a dominating pitching staff and talented hitters such as Sammy Sosa and Moises Alou, the Cubs claimed their first divisional title in over a decade. However, the Cubs' hopes for winning a World Series title fell short during the 2003 National League Championship Series against the Florida Marlins. After failing to reach the playoffs during the following 3 years, Chicago replaced Baker as the manager. After a 1-year stint as a broadcaster with ESPN, the Cincinnati Reds hired Baker as their manager in October of 2007. It took 2 years for Baker to turn the Reds team around. In 2010, he was successful in leading the team to the Nation League Central Division title. With Dusty Baker at the helm and the Reds' hard work and dedication, they won their first division title in 15 years. Baker took a leave of absence at the conclusion of the 2013 season. Finally, in October of 2015, Baker returned to baseball as the manager of the Washington Nationals. Baker steered the Nationals team to claim the National League East Division title. Johnny B. Dusty Baker accumulated managerial record consists of 1,766 wins and 1,571 losses. The lives and careers of these heroes, both in and outside the Marine Corps, have served as shining examples for all to follow. Their service while Marines and their achievements out of the uniform typify our core values of honor, courage, and commitment, and have paved the way for athletes in the Corps today. For Marines to remain mission ready, they must be in peak physical and mental condition. In today's operational environment, with so many Marines supporting the mission, physical fitness translates into mission capability. The Marine Corps Sports Program is an important tool in the development of the fighting spirit within the Marine and directly enhances operational readiness, morale, and esprit de corps. Our athletes' achievements, personal appearance, fitness, and discipline reflect adherence to the highest standards expected of Marines and project a favorable image of our Corps. The Marine Corps Sports Program is essential to our continued success in competition and on the battlefield. Congratulations to the Marine Corps Sports Hall of Fame, Class of 2017.